Hello Whovians, USA and otherwise. I brought snacks. So earlier this year when Series 6 was starting up, I couldn't see the new episode in a timely enough manner for my liking because I was having a little mini vacation on Easter weekend, and this weekend will be the same. Well, not exactly the same, but very similar in that I will not be able to see Doctor Who as quickly as I usually do. There's a chance I could see it on Sunday, but I'll probably have to wait until the weekend's completely over and after I go to work on Monday and come back, and I'll be exhausted. Didn't make a video last week. These last two episodes, The God Complex and Closing Time, were, you know, they weren't the best, but they were entertaining. Now, I am definitely not one of those people who just like wants to cuddle with the Moffat era of New Who, but I do think that Series 6 has been primarily entertaining. Not to mention a huge upgrade from Series 5. So I made kind of a list, a ranking of all the episodes in Series 6. And so I went, 1 to 12, 1 being the best and 12 being the most unfortunate. 12 is, of course, The Curse of the Black Spot. Also, I just showed this list to you, and depending on how well it got on the screen there, then whatever. There's no reason for me to read this right now. I basically made this list by thinking, what would I want to watch again more or less? And Curse of the Black Spot, no, just no. I had a hard time choosing between Curse of the Black Spot and Night Terrors for the final, for the last spot, but yeah, Night Terrors is slightly above Curse of the Black Spot because, I don't know, it definitely has more atmosphere, and Curse of the Black Spot, I don't know, tries to have atmosphere, but I'm just not into pirates. The pirates and ninjas thing, I don't really, I'm more like, fairies, I don't know, unicorn, large insects, I don't know, I don't care about pirates or ninjas. Anyway, further up the list is Rebel Flesh, which was slightly less bearable than Almost People, which is number 9 on my list. Number 8 is Closing Time. I enjoyed the Stormageddon thing a lot. I'm not a big baby person. I'm not even a small baby person. I have an aversion to high-pitched noises coming out of small humans and large humans. I don't really appreciate high-pitched noises in general, unless they're coming from adorable kittens. But I do like Craig, the character Craig, a lot, and he's just fun. It's fun. It was a fun episode. And I like the little Amy billboard petrichor perfume or something. I thought that was kind of nice. Slightly better than Closing Time, apparently, according to my list, is A Good Man Goes to War. Yeah, this is... I knew it was going to be in the middle of my list because the pacing of A Good Man Goes to War is so weird. Like, we have the moment where the music and everything just feels like it's supposed to be the climax, only it's in like the first 20, it's like the 22-minute mark or something. And I'm just like, something's going to go horribly wrong. We still have like 25 minutes left. I just found that really jarring, so that's not higher up in the list. But it was still nice to watch, And they handled the unfortunate River Song revelation in a cleaner and less disgusting way than I was worrying about. Slightly better than Good Man Goes to War's Let's Kill Hitler, just because it's insane. It's just, yeah, I can't call Let's Kill Hitler a good episode ever, but it is certainly entertaining and certainly one that I can rewatch. Because it's just all over the place. Now 5, right above Let's Kill Hitler, would be The God Complex. He was entertaining, although I'm not someone who understands the whole fear of clowns thing, but thankfully that wasn't really a big aspect of the episode. I kind of thought the design of the Minotaur was odd, and I really liked it when they were just showing the Minotaur through the some pane of glass or something so you couldn't see it clearly, and I thought that was really the best way to do it, because once we actually saw it clearly, it was kind of take the piss out of it. And number 4 goes to Day of the Moon. I enjoyed Day of the Moon and The Impossible Astronaut, which I put right above Day of the Moon. I don't know why I put that one in front of this one. But yeah, Day of the Moon is awesome for a lot of reasons. But yeah, I really enjoyed that final scene with the little girl, the river little girl, regenerating in the alleyway. So yeah, and above that is The Impossible Astronaut. I'm not sure why I ranked that one above Day of the Moon, but I'll just move on to 2. So second best episode of this series, Series 6, is The Doctor's Wife. And I love The Doctor's Wife. And I'm not allowed to talk about The Doctor's Wife because it's insanely entertaining and I will ramble forever. So, number 1 is Girl Who Waited, and the reason I picked The Girl Who Waited over The Doctor's Wife for my most favorite episode of Series 6 so far is because The Doctor's Wife had that kind of unfortunate subplot of House. Like, I kind of thought House was cool, but I didn't really like the Rory Amy run around the corridors that all look the same, and yeah. I just kind of thought it was pointless. Like, it said run, and like, what are they running from or running to? It just has no point. Why are they running? Why don't they just stop? There's no reason for them to be running through the corridors. So I didn't really like those parts of the episode, and when I rewatch The Doctor's Wife, I tend to skip over those, just very deliberately. So yeah, just because the Rory and Amy subplot of The Doctor's Wife was so uninteresting to me, that's why. Yeah. So whenever I do get to watch this episode, probably next week, I look forward to finding out where the series season 6 finale will land on my little list here. List.